Hello everyone, I'm Frank of Super Frank Plays, and I want to introduce a little bit of newer kinds of content on the channel. I know that I wanted to start the whole channel kind of as a retro gaming thing and then kind of lead it up to modern stuff, but I think what I'm going to do is also introduce news every now and then. So with that said, I spent about a good 20 minutes, a little over 20 minutes, kind of just taking shots at the SouljaGame console. So with that said, that's going to be this video. If you want to see more content like this, let me know in the comment section down below. I am more than welcome and more than willing to do this kind of content because honestly, it was 20 minutes of me rambling on, but I still had fun doing this. Anyways, if also more videos will be coming to the channel soon. Just know that Knuckles' channel is a priority, but if you like this stuff, click the like button, subscribe, click the bell icon, and with that said, let's get on to the video. This includes the Soulja Handheld, the SouljaGame console, and the newly released, because I haven't seen this before, SouljaGame Fuse. These are basically handhelds that he is releasing for his video game audience who can apparently afford a lot, because that SouljaGame Fuse is almost $640, which is insane, and the handheld is $113. And this Soulja Game console is $200, even though the Fuse and the game console are on sale right now, $400 and $150. Well, I mean, by first looking at it, well, first, I know I'm late to the party. I'm late to just crapping all over this thing, but I think it's worth it. The Soulja Game console, it looks like an Xbox One S. Like, it looks very similar to one, probably not well done, not as well designed as one. And this looks like a failed attempt at recreating a PS4. You can even tell it's got like the two layered things. It kind of looks like looks a bit like a sandwich kind of thing going on. I didn't get the design of the PS4 when it did that, but at least that was slanted. This one's just going for there's no slants here. Anyways, let's get into this stuff. The Soulja Handheld, I was looking at this for a little bit and was like, this is perfect, I need to talk about this. The Soulja Handheld, look at this thing. What is that just a generic game? Yeah, it's a generic game. I don't know, I'm probably mistaken it for something like Split Second or something. The interesting about this is the specs for it. Does it have color display? Yes. I've seen videos of it. It doesn't look that good. Does it have any packaging? Yes, it comes in a package. It has probably like the bare essentials. That's fine. Touchscreen? No. That's fine. Although I probably would say a touchscreen would be nice for something that looks like this at that price. But again, we're gonna get to that in a little bit. What kind of model is it? What model is this? The handheld game console. Couldn't give it like a model code name, kind of like how the AGS 101 or whatever it is for the Game Boy Advance. I don't remember if that's exactly the code name for it, so I'm really sorry. What's the brand name? SouljaGame by Anbernic. Sorry. Screen size is about 3 inches. That's incredibly tiny for a screen. Communication through USB. Screen size 3 inches. Why is that on there twice? That's on there twice. That's crazy. Anyways, this thing has, those are the dimensions for it. That's how much it weighs. It's probably super light. Color, black console. I don't think that's a black console. I'm just saying. Let's see. Material. SouljaGame video game console. He came up with his own material to give them. He has his own branded material for this game console. Could have just said plastic. Anyways, what type? Okay, what type would type mean? What kind of type is this? For Switch, 3DS, Vita, Neo Geo, GBC, Game Boy Advance, handheld game players. You can really throw in Android, Apple, and stuff like that. Samsung Galaxy users. Couldn't talk about people who use an Atari Lynx. You couldn't talk about people who use okay, that's really stupid. I mean, look at it. It's basically saying anybody who has a handheld game system could play this. I mean, what about the people who have like a Tiger Electronics? What are they not? Is this not for them? I'm pretty sure they would get a hell of a kick out of this, considering it has over 3,000 games in it. And it's crazy because I've been watching videos on this and was like, okay, what are the... I mean, I have an idea of what this is. I have an idea what this will probably be, and I was right about it. This is a they took like a cheap knockoff emulation system from something like AliExpress or whatever you want to call it, and they just slapped the Soulja name on it and raised the crap out of that price, because there have been many videos of this where the price was at $75 or even cheaper than that just to get one of these, and this thing's going for over $100. It's so weird because I would expect this from a company that just wants to create a emulation system and sell. It's like, okay, this is a system. Okay, that's cool. Not someone who has... Well, I mean, he doesn't really have much of an established name these days, but somebody who has that much, who would be noticed that much doing a system like this. So that'll be interesting to see how this plays out. I have a feeling he's gonna get sued. Anyways, let's look at this system right here. Since I don't want to pay for this crap, because $113 is a lot to spend on something like this. I don't ever want to buy this for $113. Especially when you can go buy a 2DS for a little bit less than that, and you have enough money to get more games. There you go. One, it's legit, and two, that would be a higher quality system than this probably is. Anyways, you have your directional key, you have your start and select. Press two buttons at the same time to pop up the menu page. So rather than have a dedicated home button, you have to press these two. You have to press those two buttons just to get to the main page, to the menu. Directional key, that is a very odd looking. It's a standard looking one. L shoulder button, R shoulder button, A B X Y, your face buttons. They look pretty standard to me. Mono speaker. Volume slider on the left side, I believe. No, that's the right side. The left side has the power switch. The right side has a volume rocker or volume slider. You have USB, that is, I believe, micro USB or mini USB. Micro USB, I believe. It's one of those. It looks like the same thing that you could use for a PSP. So there you go. You can adjust the backlight with I'm guessing another little rocker thing or whatever it's called, or a slider. And it has AV out. Yeah, this thing, a console that is being sold supposedly by someone who is this excited for it and has this kind of a name, is going to release a console with AV out. Again, this is a rebranded cheap emulation knockoff, or knockoff handheld with a bunch of emulators on it. Reset, but hold on, you have a reset, but you have an on and off? What's the point? I don't get that. What's the reset for? Is it should reset the console, right? If so, I mean, why not make that a home button? Anyways, I'm thinking way too much into this. And you get a 3.5mm earphone jack. Those are very valuable these days. If you have a device with one, cherish it dearly because they are going away soon. Smartphone users will tell you about that. And a TF card. I don't know what this card is. And a hand rope hole. Basically, you can carry it around with a little thing so it doesn't, whatever, like you would want to take this out anywhere. A TF card, which to my knowledge is a Game Boy Advance looking card, and that tells me nothing. It's the same thing. Okay, so I don't want to get a system like this, so I have no way of being able to judge whether or not this is good, but I will say it looks like crap. It looks like crap. Moving on, let's go to the SouljaGame console. This, okay, so yeah, I kind of did look into this. Yeah, I was right. Look at that. It bears a striking resemblance to the Xbox One S, minus maybe like air vents coming out here, because that one, maybe not the One S, but the One X. Nah, One S, but still, you know, missing some stuff up here, possibly. I don't know. I actually don't have one of those. Does it come with a package? Yes, it does. Brand name SouljaGame by same thing. Model HD game console. Okay, then this game will it displays in HD. All right, that's fine. It's gonna tell you the dimensions of it. A white console. I'm so glad they got that one right, because they claimed this to be black on the other page. I don't know. Material: SG video game console. He's coming up with his own materials. Like, he is just creating them. Okay, oh then, what? Okay, the type of people this is for SouljaGame, PS, Neo Geo, PC, Sega, GBA, NES, video games. What about the players? Okay, so this one actually, I actually did find an article on The Verge. I don't really like going to The Verge very often, but I needed some clarification on what this is about. Apparently, not only is he getting all of these ROMs on these emulators, and they're on that system, but on this, there is also supposedly some developers that. Where is this part of the? Okay, I swear I saw this. Hold on, don't make a liar out of me. Okay, well, I mean, I saw an image of it. I don't know where it is. Wow. Let me see if I can find it. Is it here? No, it's not here. Okay, it's actually on a different page, but basically, we're gonna have to get into that in a little bit. Anyways, again, made for 3-year-olds and older, and about 800 built-in games. How many does the other one have? The other one have 800? No, it had 3,000. Hold on. Oh, whoa. Are you meaning to tell me your handheld has more games built in than your game console? That's what I'm hearing. Okay, let's move on. Anyways, so yeah, we get this console. It's probably hollow as heck and cheap as heck. Anyways, what it looks like in the front, you got the, well, let's let this little diagram tell us everything. It's got the joystick ports, your power button, which is right up there, your TF card slot. I'm guessing that means trans flash. So this, when I went here and it was like TF card, that's trans flash. That basically means an SD card or a micro SD card. I just thought about that right now. Sorry about that. You get AV out and you get DC and you get your HDMI port. See, it's totally an HD system. It's got an HDMI port even though it's got AV out. Though I don't think it's something as high quality as like, what's that NES clone that is just like super expensive? Analog NTs, there you go. Where it has both, but that outputs really clean video. I don't think it's on that level, but hopefully it's close enough. Probably not. And DC, so your power adapter, your power outlet thingy. Let's go and see what... That controller, though. That controller looks so bad. Look at that. Look at that. Just know, anybody paying $150 at this point will be paying for something like that. So you have your console next to your 2 controllers, so you get 2 of them. So if you ever want to play 2 players with anybody who's just as... well, who just made as many mistakes as you are currently making, you can go ahead and do that. Or maybe you'd be sparing them the $150 because they don't want to go and pay for it on their own. Who knows? Maybe you're that kind of friend. If so, you're a good friend. The power cable, because you don't get you don't get the USB part of it. You don't get the end that goes into a wall. You have to plug this in and go get your own USB to wall outlet thing, wall wart, whatever they call them. You have to go get your own. This doesn't come with one. It's like the PlayStation Classic and not coming with a USB cable. I think that's how it went. You have your AV out, your one cable that goes into the console, and the 3 that goes to your TV from 10 years ago, 20 years ago, 30 years ago, whatever. If you still have those TVs, those are still awesome. But I'm not making fun of that. I'm making fun of the fact that, I mean, how many TVs these days support composite video? I know I have a TV that does, but I'm just saying, but then again, that technically supports component. The idea is, what I'm trying to say is that how many are you going to actually find a system like this that would actually support it? Anyways, and if you don't have that, and you have the luxury of HD, like, it's not luxury, everyone else has it. You have your HD TV, your HDMI cable, excuse me. I'm getting ahead of myself with this stuff. Let's see, the back of it, oh yeah. The back of it, there's your TF card, your trans flash carded, your SD card slot, or micro SD, I believe that's actually small enough to do micro SD, possibly. Those are not labeled with the right colorings, red, blue, and, I just noticed that. Yeah, it's not actually colored properly. If you look here, you know exactly where it is. But if you look here, it's just like all kind of grayscaled. Okay, so yeah, this system is going to have 800 built-in games and is just like the handheld emulation system with games that I'm pretty sure they did not get the okay for. Let's go on to the final one, the SouljaGame Fuse. This one, oh boy. Well, on top of looking like a knockoff PS4, which is I'm pretty sure what they were going for. Although I will say, you know, if it's just like how it is in the system, it doesn't look half bad in this image, so I'll give it that. We also have the logo right there. All right, that's nice. That's not the worst thing in the world. Let's look at some of the specs on this. Package, yes, you do get packaging with it. The brand name is Soulja X Sea Dragon. An actual name. That's interesting. Version type USA, so I'm guessing there's gonna be multiple versions or something. I don't know. Name SouljaGame Fuse. Model F1586/1588. Wait, an actual model number? An actual naming? It's not the best, but it's close. It resembles it. Package, single standard, and color comes in black. But it doesn't tell me how many games are in it. Okay, let's take a look at the controller. This is an Xbox One Xbox One controller minus the start and select buttons and the Fuse logo instead of the Xbox logo. But I want to jump ahead just so I can show you what the controller actually looks like. Well, before I do, it even has this stupid thing where it's like, wireless controller, get the best shackles off, get rid of the shackles of the thread, smart design, unite with many crystal technology. Matte black, I don't know if that has 2 T's in it. I'm pretty sure there's an E missing. I actually don't remember. Tunnel empty shell, sorry. Mirror paint, cutting geometry, aircraft grade aluminum fitting frame to create a stable atmosphere without losing the contours. And it's like, oh, this looks so cool. This actually kind of looks like an interesting little thing. I think that's the charger. It also looks like an Xbox One controller. Okay, well, let's see what this thing actually looks like. Bam! There's your controller. You thought, oh, this looks somewhat realistic. Okay, it looks a bit believable. It kind of looks like an Xbox One controller. It's a good image. Bam! That's what you get. That's your controller. It looks a bit more like a 360 than an Xbox One controller, just saying. And I don't know how to feel about this. Like, look at the shoulder buttons. Look at the position of the shoulder buttons. It looks so bizarre. I mean, it looks like you have to hold it in a certain way, and like if you try to press it, you'll be trying to press it sideways, which you aren't supposed to do. But yeah, these are your Fuse wireless gamepads. Good job? No. Okay, well, let's see one of the other things that kind of caught my eye, and why I mentioned about the many games that were going to be on it, the 3,000 on the first one, the 800 on the other one, because they have 200 content partners from around the world. Ubisoft, 505 Games, Rimlight Studios. I don't know that logo, I'm very sorry. Codemasters, Koei Tecmo, Concept, Codemasters Racing, and hey, they got Codemasters. Yeah, Codemasters on here twice. Okay, never mind. I thought I saw them on it twice. Arc System Works, Deep Silver, Viva Games, sorry, and OTK Games. Man, I am like misreading everything today. Anyways, they have over 200 content partners. What's going to be on it? This image that looks like you got it from the backwards compatibility thing on the Xbox on the Xbox website. Abundant games, play anytime. The introduction of Paragraph 76 games starting 20 games shock. That's not English. Anyways, some of the games that you get are Mighty Number 9. A solid choice already. No. Cactus. Blaze Rush, Blaze Blue. That is cut off. That is also cut off. ZHE Bros? Z Bros? I don't know. Rabby Ribby, or Yeah, Rabby Ribby. That's what it looks like. It's a very small image. Forest and... Okay, let's just be honest. Apparently, this one, it seems, out of the three, this one looks like it's trying to pose as the most legitimate console, and, I haven't seen anything on this, so I'm very curious to see where this one goes, but the other two, I know, are going to get Soulja Boy in a lot of hot water. The whole point of this video was basically to crap on the whole thing, because I thought it was hilarious, and I still think it's hilarious that someone who probably has enough money to invest in something like this, possibly, I actually wouldn't know. I think getting into the game console market requires more than just rebranding specific knockoffs that you would get on like AliExpress or something. But yeah, there you go. If you're interested in these, I'm not posting links to this. You've been seeing it in the top of this. I'm not going to post a link to this. This is stupid. The point is the point of the video is for me to crap on it a little bit because I thought it was hilarious, but also the other point is the fact that this guy has like a bunch of knockoff crap on here. Knockoff iPhone, or Apple Watch, knockoff EarPods, knockoff gift card. I'm just going to throw that one out there and just say knockoff gift card. That's probably going to be my favorite one. And what's the rest of the stuff on his website? Knockoff Beats by Dre. Actually, those might be like cheap headphones. A phone? HT70. Okay, I need to look at this. I know this isn't the gaming content stuff, but still, I need to look at this. Mobile gaming, there you go. Wow. I was told it looked like a brick, and it definitely looks like a brick. Alright then, well, I'm done with this. I'm gonna go back to the original garbage of this one, because this one makes me laugh the most. Anyways, hey everyone, I want to interrupt this part of the video just to say that one of the things I kind of forgot in this video is the fact that I didn't mention at all that Soulja Boy apparently has been contacted by Nintendo, who is threatening to press charges against him. And apparently this has been confirmed. And the other thing is the fact that, well, how much time could he do? He could do up to 10 years, but 20 years if he does this over and over again. So first time offense is up to 10 years for this. So, yeah, that's not a good look for you. But the other thing is, what do you expect? What the hell did you expect from this? So, yeah, and if you want to look up a really good teardown of this, Madlittlepixel, this is kind of how, this is probably like one of the best teardowns you could ever see of this video, so, or of this console. So, with that said, going right back to the end of the video. Let me know what you think about the SouljaGame console brand in the comment section down below. I think they're gonna disappear within a month or so. I'm just gonna say that's a hunch, okay? And if you liked the video, click the like button. If you want to see more content, subscribe. I want to do more of these kind of videos as we go along, and hopefully kind of bring some life back into the channel. Who knows? And with that said, I hope you have a wonderful and safe day, and I'll see you next time. So. Also, don't forget to check out my socials and my main channel, Knuckles Channel 3.